Coming up, we have some great thermal, rabbit and rat action from the new Oneleaf Mars Mini thermal scope. I'm going to be going up steep embankments and then bringing the truck down steep, slippery embankments. It's all going to be one roller coaster of a ride. So grab yourself a coffee and join me for this one. Hi and welcome to MFL Outdoors, and tonight, we're on the bunnies, but a little bit different. I'm using the Oneleaf Mars Mini for a change. We're using it in the game crop and also in a thick plantation. So we're going to see how we get on with that. Should be the right tool for the job. Won't be taking any long distance shots because it's not designed for that. Probably everything within about sort of 80 meters, something like that. Tonight I'm using the Browning T-Bolt in 22LR. That's a straight pull rifle. Cracking bit of kit that. Used it for many years and I've never had any problem with it. Touch wood. On top of that I've got the Picatinny rail, and then mounted on that I've got the Mars Mini with their quick release mount for that scope that actually comes in the box. Anyhow, let's get on out there and see what this scope can do. The camera doesn't show how steep this bankside actually is, but I was given a tip once by an old keeper that said, when you're going up banksides, look at the floor, it doesn't feel as steep. Well, he was wrong. That one didn't hang around. The camera probably can't pick this one up. I'm now in hyperdrive. There we go. Let's take back. Down here now. I'm just having a quick scan round with the thermal just to see if there's any rabbits on the open part here before I go over the stile. I can't see anything, so I'll just get over. It's quite a high one, but it makes a really good vantage point for either looking across into the wood or the opposite way onto the fell. Just scanning through with the scope, and you can see just how many trees and how thick this plantation is. I just looked over the boundary wall to the plantation and there's a rabbit out there. I was standing in the trees on the bankside overlooking that game crop when I took the shot. some sort of delayed action on this one. This one thinks it's safe hidden in the game crop. But it was wrong. I'm back in the plantation, and this rabbit's trying to make its way up back through to the burrows. You can see it's in heavy cover, but it just shows how effective this scope is when you're in close quarters. It was a good effort on his part, but he didn't quite make it. Here's another one hiding in the game crop. That made a bit of a mess. Here we have another rat hanging around the hopper. Sticking its head out the dry stone wall to see if the coast is clear. I like the night palette. I also like sepia and white hot. I'm going to run through the palette so you can have a look at them. Let me know which one is your favourite. Drop it in the comments below. And here we are back on the night palette. But I'm going to jump back in the truck now and make my way down the bankside and across the fields, because it's actually started raining, and once this field gets wet there's a chance that the vehicle could slip on the bankside because it's quite steep. Whee! Rabbit hole. Yeah, we have to watch out for them. Right guys, well that's it for me, and I'm getting out of here. 15 rabbits, and it's just as well I'm going because it's just started raining and it's blowing a force 10 gale again. It was alright when I first came up here, it was quite calm, there was hardly any wind, but that's come in, nothing unusual. So yeah, I'm going to take the rabbits down, going to get them sorted out. Mars Mini performed really well. The only thing with it was the ballistics calculator when I first came, I had the ballistics calculator on. Now I know I'd zeroed the rifle for 50 meters, but it was going a little high, so I'm going to have a look at that and maybe change some of the figures about to try and bring that down a bit. But for tonight, 50 meters is quite ample for that scope, because it's actually designed really for pistols. You could put the tube on the back. That tube then sort of transforms it into a normal scope that you can use on a rifle. Once you start sort of going out to distances, you can't shoot accurately with pinpoint accuracy. You know, you could hit like steel gongs and things like that out at range, and people have. In fact, I think I watched a video where someone was shooting out to 400 yards with their steel. But that's a big plate, and I'm shooting a small rabbit's head, so it's completely different. But yeah, I don't think I want to push it any more than that. But it's fantastic for that type of work, for actually when you're in close quarters and you're trying to clear an area where there's a lot of undergrowth and that, and you can see through and you can shoot them, which you couldn't do with night vision. You would just get the IR light bouncing back on you. So yeah, really good. It's also handy during the daytime as well, because you can use the thermal then and go through the game crop. And as long as you can identify what you're shooting, then all good. Right, guys, I'm getting out of here. I'm going to head off, do these bunnies. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. There's actually nearly 80% now of people who watch the videos regularly, so we're getting more people watching, but they're still not hitting the subscribe button, and it really would help me out, and it costs you nothing at all. I know I'm back on about it, but it does help the channel. Okay guys, take care, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.